Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello and lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure the notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. So as you know, iHeartRevolution have collaborated with Elf, which is one of my favourite Christmas films, and on Thursday I did the first part of this review where I reviewed the cotton-headed Ninny Muggins palette, liquid shadow, primer, fixing spray and one of the highlighters, and today we are going to be testing a few more items. So in today's video I'm going to be trying another one of the highlighters. This is the Jovie one. I've got the book of palettes. I've looked at this already and I'm, oh my god, look, it looks like I'm wearing the little elf costume. Anyway, I've seen what this looks like and I'm very excited about it, and I've also got one of the lip glosses. So if you want to see all these products in action and what I think of them, then please keep watching. Okay, so firstly we're going to be testing out the highlighter. This is the Jovie one. I did purchase all these items, by the way, in my first review. They were very kindly gifted to me, but these ones I all paid for. So as a reminder, this is what the highlighter packaging looks like. Obsessed. I hate that it's so bulky, but I actually love the design of it. And then this is the shade Jovie. This is definitely more for a paler skin. If you remember, the Buddy one was a little bit too dark for me, so I'm hoping this one will be perfect. Yeah, so this is what the highlighter looks like. This is so much better for my skin tone. If you are a bit more on the fairer side, then the shade Jovie will be perfect. Again, the formula... That's very rude. Try not to cause an accident anywhere. These highlighters are so blinding. They're beautiful. They look very smooth on the skin. I think they're about £8. They're super affordable as well. Okay, next we have what I'm most excited for in this video, and this is the OMG palette book collection. This is what the packaging looks like, and it comes in a little sleeve. If I can get it out, there we go. So the palette design is exactly the same, and I don't know how I'm going to show you this, but it opens up like that, and it has like 4 different palettes in it like this. It's very hard to show you, so I'm just going to try and show you each palette one by one. So this is the first palette. This is quite a light side, very neutrally, has a few pinks in there. This is the second side. This is definitely a little bit more on the darker side. I love to see a bit more depth. This is the third palette in here, and this is definitely more of a colourful palette, which I really appreciate. And then this is the last palette in here. This is definitely a little bit more on the warm side, the more warm neutral side. Now this actually only cost £25, and I say only because I actually think that's really affordable. You get 72 shades in here and like 4 different palettes for £25, so I'm really impressed with the price point of that. I just really hope the formula's good, and obviously that's what we're going to be testing out. So yes, I am actually going to swatch every single palette in here, so let's get into it. Okay, so this is the first palette swatched, and to be honest with you, this is like my least favourite, just because it's just so pale and light. I think the shimmers are probably the best thing in here. There's like a couple of mattes that honestly you can't even barely see on my arm. They weren't very pigmented. I hope the pigmentation improves with the other 3 palettes. But yeah, I think this side will be just mostly used for blending out shades at the very top of my lid, because honestly I couldn't really see me reaching for this side that much. Okay, so this is the second palette. Definitely a lot more depth in here. The mattes honestly are not swatching the best. I hope they do perform better on the eyes when I have like a bit of a tacky eye base. The shimmers are absolutely beautiful. Like some of them are this stunning foily formula. Okay, so this is the best one that's swatched so far. Beautiful, beautiful colours. I love that they've put more colours in here. I do wish there were more like greens and reds though, because I feel like this is a Christmas palette. Like I'd love to see a Christmas themed palette in this book. but it does swatch really nicely, and some of the shimmers are absolutely beautiful. Okay, so this is the last palette in the collection. This is definitely a really nice one. I think this will be popular as well. This Colour Story and the Colourful one are my favourite. And again, mattes, you know, they're not the best swatched. They do feel not dry or anything, they're just not like super pigmented. So again, I hope when I put an eye base on my lids they'll work really nicely. But let's finally get into the eye look. Okay, so I've just hopped off camera and primed my eyes using my Revolution Super Base. And now let's get creating a look with this. I was going to do 2 different looks, but to be honest with you, I've got to film like 4 videos today. So I'm just going to film 1 look, and if you want to see another video on this palette, then you just got to let me know and I'll be more than happy to do that for you. This is going to be really hard to show you, but I'm going to go into the last palette at the back and take this dark brown here, and I'm going to place that in my outer corner. Then I'm going to go into the second palette, which is the green one, and take this dark shade here. Then I'm going to go into the colourful palette, and I'm going to take the red in the palette here. It is obviously quite a pinky based red, but we're still going to use it. And then I'm going to kind of blend that above the brown and bring that to the front of my lid. Then again with the colourful palette, I'm going to take this orangey shade here. Then with that shade, I'm going to put that just above where this red is. Then I'm going to take the lightest palette, the first one, and I'm going to take this shade here. And I'm just going to blend that like straight at the top of my lid above that orangey shade. Okay, now I've got the matte shades on my lid. I'm just going to go back through them all, reblend, and then be right back. Okay, next, again, we're going to go in with the first palette, and I'm going to take the gold shade here, which I have already managed to dig my nail into. And then with that shade, I'm going to pop this all at the front of my lid. And then from the last palette, I'm going to take this pinky shimmer here, and I'm just going to add that to the front of my eyelid, like just in this bit here. See if it's going to brighten it up a little bit. And then for my lower lash line, I'm going to take the green palette, and then I'm going to take this brown here. I have actually had some fallout, so I've just dusted that off. And then for the like inner part, I'm thinking maybe should I try and put this like bright green in there, like from the colourful palette, just so I am having a little bit of red and green in the look, do you know what I mean? And then for my inner corners and brow bone, I'm going to take this shimmer here from the first palette, because when I was swatching it, I saw that it had some like little bits of shimmer particles. I thought that would look absolutely stunning in those areas. Okay, so this is my completed eye look with the palette book. I'm now going to hop off camera. I'm going to put some lashes and mascara on. Then I'll be right back so we can test out the lip gloss. Okay, I'm back. So I've completed my eyes. I used the Roxy eyelashes, these ones here by Revolution. I also used the Essence Lash Princess mascara. And for my lips, I did think, because the lip gloss I've got is quite pinky purpley, it'd be better if I just put a little lipstick underneath. So I just put on my Beauty Bay lipstick in the shade Freckle. It's a very light pale nude, and I have dabbed, like blotted my lips on a bit of tissue, so it's not gonna mess with the lip gloss. But this is the one we're gonna test. It's in the shade Cheer, and look how pretty these look. They've got this like swirly pattern on them, and it's just so beautiful. They had 3 of these bigger lip glosses, and then you had a set of little lip glosses, and I thought I'd just pick one of these up. I'm not gonna lie, I have opened this and I have non-stop been smelling this because it smells unreal. It smells like a strawberry milkshakey bubblegum goodness. Oh, I literally could sit here and sniff it the whole day because it is unreal. And then this is the wand. It is quite a long wand and the colour is definitely a bit more pinky. They did have like a typical nudie gloss, but honestly I've got so many of them I thought I'd go for something a little bit different. And then the other one, I think that was a good question because I actually don't know. The last one is like a purpley burgundy shade, so let's try this. So this is the shade Cheer. It's described as a hot pink lip gloss, so if you love your pink lip glosses you're going to love this. This is the shade Up Close. I feel like it goes really well with my eye look as well. I don't know if you noticed as well, but the lip gloss is actually really opaque on my lips, so I do think you could actually use this lip gloss on its own, but I do like to wear a lipstick underneath and then put a gloss on top. As for the formula, it feels really, really hydrating and lightweight. The actual glossiness of it is that it's not the most like juicy looking lip gloss I've ever tried, but you can definitely see the shine there. So if you don't like the most poppy glossy sort of looks, then I feel like you are definitely going to love the formula of these. So that's me testing 3 more products from the ELF and I Heart Revolution collection. Let me know down below what you think of the items I tested out today. So let's finally sit down and talk about the products I tested out today. So firstly, the Jovie highlighter. This is definitely my favourite one out of the 2 I've tried. They do also have Papa Elf, but that is definitely going to be for a more deeper skin tone. The packaging is not my favourite. Like, I don't like the bulkiness of it. But as for the actual formula of the highlighter, it is absolutely beautiful and I love this. The palette book, I think this is a really good idea. I think it's very interesting, very unique for Revolution. I've never seen them do anything like this before, and I like the fact that you get 4 different little colour stories that you can choose from. I definitely prefer the 2 last palettes. The first 2 are nice, but they're not my favourite. But that being said, I feel like there's something in here for everybody, and that's why I like this palette as well. It's also very affordable in my opinion. £25 for 4 like £18 eyeshadow palettes. That's a really good price, and I feel like you could create so many looks with this palette. The matte shades didn't swatch great, but they actually performed really good on my eyes. They were really nice and pigmented. And the shimmers, you may just need to use a little bit of a fixing spray to bring them to life a little bit, but I definitely love the inner corner brow bone. I think it is absolutely beautiful. So for £25, I think you're actually getting a really good palette. And I've just spoken about the lip gloss, but this isn't the most like glossy lip gloss, but it feels really comfortable, super hydrating. And honestly, this is probably the type of lip gloss I would reach for. The really poppy, glossy, I hope you know what I mean. It's just not super shiny like some of the lip glosses that Revolution have done before, but I really like this. So I'm very happy with everything I've tested out today. I'm going to wrap up this video here. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Let me know down below what you think of this ELF collection, and if there's any more videos you want me to do on it, just let me know down below as well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.